Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So did the whole impeachment trial's waste of time change your mind either way about Trump? So if you were a Trump supporter, are you still a Trump supporter? If you were not a Trump supporter, has this changed your mind in his favor? Well, in my opinion, I think Trump is going to win in 2020 with even greater numbers than the first time. So I'm going to give you some reasons why I think that Trump is going to win in 2020 with even greater numbers. So when he was first elected, either you absolutely loved him and you thought he was going to be the one to bring change, or you absolutely hated him. And the ones who absolutely hated him and did not vote for him were because they didn't like him as a person. What does that have to do with anything? Did you approve of what Bill Clinton did while he was in office? Here's my point. I can absolutely not like somebody as a person, but if I think they are the ones that will do the best job for me and for the country, I don't have to like their personality. I don't care. They're still going to get my vote. So if you guys saw his State of the Union address, everything he said, most of what he said was the absolute truth. Do your research. For everything he said that you wasn't sure about, just look it up. And for a lot of you who think that he's racist, I'm going to give you an example. So let's say Trump is really disrespectful towards women. I don't care. My life is doing well. My job is doing well. The economy's doing well. I don't care his personal opinions. They're not affecting me and my life. I care about what he's doing that will affect me and my life. So if you think that Trump is a racist and you don't want to vote for him, he's actually done more for Black people than any other president in history. Well, besides Lincoln. So take a look at these numbers and let me know what you think. How is your life doing compared to 4 years ago? I know where I work in the administrative side of the building, and we have a warehouse side of the building. So at one time, the warehouse side of the building, years ago, people were really trying hard to get a job. They would come in, they would be happy to make the $12 an hour that my company starts the warehouse section of the building in. It's a very easy job. You do absolutely nothing. Now people come in, they find out it's only $12 an hour to start. They don't want that job. The economy's too good. They can do better elsewhere. So it's harder. People have options. It's open. Let me know how your job situation is down below. But now I'm going to show you how Trump has helped so many minorities and Black people.
The unemployment rate is the lowest in over half a century. And very incredibly, the average unemployment rate under my administration is lower than any administration in the history of our country. Yeah. The unemployment rate for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and Asian Americans has reached the lowest levels in history. African American youth unemployment has reached an all-time low. African American poverty has declined to the lowest rate ever recorded. The unemployment rate for women reached the lowest level in almost 70 years, and last year women filled 72% of all new jobs added. The veterans' unemployment rate dropped to a record low.
I just want to add that I think Nancy Pelosi ripping up the president's speech was absolutely repulsive, disrespectful, childish. Could you imagine if it was the other way around? Let's say Trump ripped up the speech of Obama. Could you imagine the backlash? He's racist, he's childish, he's this, that. No, it was just plain disrespectful. And you can see here, Trump held it together. You know, what I'm trying to say in this video is don't let your dislike for Trump based on his personality stop you from voting for him. Do your research. Does he represent what you believe in? Do you know what he represents? Do you know what he believes? What I'm trying to say mainly is that if you don't vote for Trump because you just plain dislike him, you could be doing yourself an injustice. If he is doing well for you, your situation, if he's doing well for the country, then he is representing you in a good way. You are benefiting from it. Don't disregard Trump and don't let him miss out on your vote because you don't like his personality, because you could be missing out on a whole lot that could be benefiting you. Isn't that what you want from your president? Someone who does well for the country? Someone who puts you in a better situation? What is wrong with putting America first over everything else? I don't care who you are, white, black, Hispanic. If you're an American, he represents you, whether you want to believe it or not. Look at the numbers. Do your own research. Let me give you a little story about one of my coworkers who is from the Ukraine. She's now an American citizen. She's been here for 10 years. Let me tell you her views about Trump. So I just want to get the opinion of someone who came to this country the correct way. Where does she stand on Trump's issues with immigration? So I have a coworker. She is from the Ukraine. She works with me, and she's been in this country for about 10 years. She loves America more than anybody I have ever met, even any American. She said it so many times, and I'll give you an example. So I've been to Japan 3 times, and every time I come back from Japan, I brag at what a good time I had, and I really think it's one of the best countries in the world. And she'll stop me. She'll say, no, America is the best country in the world. She loves it here. She is a Trump supporter. So last week, it was a Wednesday, when Trump was acquitted. She walked past my desk, and I said, Yolanda, Trump was acquitted. And she said, of course he was. He didn't do anything wrong. And she really just stopped and was just like, started to rant to me. And she always vents to me. And she was telling me, why did they go through this huge waste of time when he didn't do anything wrong? So what? He withheld aid that was promised to the Ukraine. So what? She said. She's from the Ukraine. She says, why is it wrong when America puts America first, but every other country does it without a problem? Who doesn't put their country first? Just an example. She gave me her words. So when you go into a country, when you come into a country illegally, any other country, what happens to you? You're put in jail. You're deported. You're put in jail until you're deported. Here, you come into the country illegally, we're obligated to treat you like a guest and give you all kinds of resources to possibly try to keep you here? Huh? Why are we criminal when we put ourselves first? I'm going to tell you guys something. That was her words. But I want to tell you something. I did not vote for Trump the first time because I did not like him, his personality. I didn't know what he could do for the country. I didn't really pay attention to the debates. I was one that made fun of him. I thought it was funny. I watched the skits on SNL, thought it was hilarious. He's a joke. This isn't real. Well, it's real. And he proved himself, in my opinion. I think he's doing a great job. Don't miss out on voting for him if you are a minority because you think he does not represent you. Because if you are an American, he represents you. He's here to help you. Look at the numbers. Do your own research. So I am so embarrassed to say that I did not vote for Trump because I disliked him. And I hope others are not like that. Be the bigger person. You don't have to like his personality. Forget about all the things he said, the derogatory things that he said about women. So what? My friends and family have said worse about everybody. Who cares? You can't judge a person on what he can do based on a few negative things that he said. Be the bigger person. What can he do for you? What can he do for the country? Everybody else is out for number one. Every other country is out for number one. It's about time that we are out for number one. I'm out for me. I'm out for what can he could do for our country. That's it. That's why Trump will get my vote. If you guys are new to my channel, if you're a minority, if you're thinking about voting for Trump, please like this video and share it. Because whether you want to believe it or not, he does represent you. He does not just look at every single race and, oh, I want to help this section of people, but not this section. He wants to help America. So he wants to help you. If you're an American, he represents you. That's all I'm saying.